So before I came to Second Breath Center, I was working for years in social justice movement spaces. And I was called to that work because I wanted to be of service. I wanted to contribute some small impact to the betterment of people's day-to-day lives, to an alleviation of suffering. And I was attracted in particular to social justice movement work, in large part because of the values that underpinned it, the values that were made up the backbone of these movements. So values of diversity, of tolerance, of kindness and respect and commitment to our common humanity and care for one another. And so I was in these spaces for 10 years. And with time, what I began to notice was a certain cognitive dissonance. So the values that we were purportedly seeking to advance in the world, we were struggling to embody inside of our movements, inside of our work, inside of our relationships to one another. So what I was seeing was intolerance to diverse opinions, intolerance to differences in approach. I was seeing a lack of kindness, a lack of respect, a lack of care in day-to-day conversations with one another. It was a proliferation of what we now call cancel culture or takedown culture or call-out culture. And these were... This sort of call-out culture was shrouded in this language of like accountability. But it rarely seemed to achieve the desired impact. In other words, if the intention was to sort of redirect us to our values, redirect us to our shared mission, to build consensus and solidarity, the actual effect was seemingly just to advance a personal sense of self-righteousness. And for me, that dissonance felt like a cancer. It felt really, really heavy. And with time, it grew heavier and heavier until eventually I decided to leave that work. So after 10 years, I did. And in the time since, I found Marshall Rosenberg's nonviolent communication framework. And it was like a light bulb going on for me. It illuminated what had felt so hard about these dynamics, why these dynamics were proliferating, and also, importantly, a path forward. And so, I mean, the nonviolent communication framework, it is a framework, but I really think of it more as a spiritual practice, because for me, it has been consciousness raising. It has been something that I return to over and over and over again inside of my relationship with myself, inside of my personal relationships with family and with friends, with my partner, and inside of community relationships, whether that's a relationship with a coworker or a team, relationships with within, political movements, political groups that I'm now a part of. And what it offers is, again, like concrete practices that we can employ to navigate conflict inside of our relationships in a way that serves the common good, in a way that keeps us connected to ourselves and to others as we figure out constructive ways to resolve differences. So anyway, that's what calls me to this work. I will be facilitating along with my co-facilitator, Trisha DeBeer, workshop on peacemaking, staying in relationship across lines of difference in polarized times. The workshop is Saturday, October 19th. It's from 9:30 to 12:30 at the Music House at Holy Trinity on Green Street. I am really excited to explore these practices inside of community, and to offer this to folks who are maybe feeling how I was feeling, which is like there's got to be a better way. So you're invited. I hope to see you there.